What if I told you the world's most trusted warships aren't built in America, Russia, or China, but in Italy? Let's set the scene. For decades, everyone said only superpowers could build navies that mattered. Italy was dismissed as a cruise ship country, a place for luxury liners, not fleets. The experts said Italy can't deliver on time. Nobody buys Italian warships. Real navies buy American, British, or French. But then, Fincantieri quietly built fleets for Qatar, Egypt, Indonesia, and even the US Navy, delivering on time, on budget, and with a global reach no one saw coming. This is the story of how Italy became the world's naval architect, and why Fincantieri is now the shipyard every admiral wants on their side. After digging through Fincantieri's delivery records, export contracts, and NATO procurement files, I found a transformation that will change how you see naval power. While everyone focused on canceled American programs and French prestige, Italy was quietly building fleets that actually sail, on time, in the water, and in service from the Gulf to the Great Lakes. What you're about to see is how a small nation became one of the world's true naval architects. The story starts in the Gulf, where Qatar needed a modern navy, fast. Fincantieri delivered 4 Doha-class corvettes, 2 Musherib-class offshore patrol vessels, and the Fulk LPD for amphibious and humanitarian missions. These ships weren't just delivered, they were operational, with sea trials documented and the entire fleet handed over on time. In a region where delays and overruns are the norm, Italy became shipbuilder to the Gulf. The Doha-class corvettes are multi-mission, with advanced sensors, Aster missiles, and a design that can switch from patrol to combat in hours. The Fulk LPD can land Marines, deliver aid, or command a task force. Qatar's navy went from paper to operational in record time, and Italy's credibility as a fleet exporter was set. Next came the FREMM, a joint Italian-French design that became the world's most exported advanced frigate. Egypt received 2 FREMMs, Indonesia signed on, and Italy and France operate multiple units. The FREMM is a benchmark for anti-submarine warfare and survivability. Even after the US Navy's FREMM-based Constellation-class program ran into trouble, the original Italian design kept selling. Egypt's Taya Misr and Galala are in service. Indonesia's contract is signed, and the market keeps buying because the FREMM delivers what navies actually need: proven hulls, rapid delivery, and credible performance. While the US program struggled, Italy's FREMMs kept sailing, and the world kept buying. Fincantieri didn't stop at exports. They redefined what a warship could be. The PPA, Pattugliatore Polivalente d'Altura, is a modular design that can switch from patrol to combat, with the PPA EVO as the next-gen reconfigurable warship. Italy co-leads the European Patrol Corvette EPC program, shaping Europe's shipbuilding roadmap. Modular designs cut risk and life cycle costs, letting navies adapt to new threats without new ships. The PPA and EPC are about affordable power, rapid role change, lower costs, and less risk. Italy's modular play is now the blueprint for Europe's future fleets. Fincantieri isn't just building ships, they're building the roadmap for the next generation of navies. In 2020, the US Navy picked the Italian FREMM design for its Constellation-class frigate. It was a historic win. The US will never buy foreign, until Italy won on merit. But by 2024 to 25, US customization spiraled. The program was canceled after the first 2 ships, and the Navy pivoted to a new design. Yet, Fincantieri's Foothold survived. The Marinette Yard was preserved, and new work, amphibs, icebreakers, special missions, kept the Italian presence alive. The Italian shipbuilder that could never break into America is now a permanent part of the US defense industrial base. Italy's industrial diplomacy, from La Spezia to Lake Michigan, means Fincantieri is embedded in Allied supply chains. Even when the program was canceled, Italy's presence survived and is expected to grow. Italy's secret? Buildable beats bespoke. Fincantieri sells proven hulls adapted to mission, not endless new design risk. Modular means affordable power, rapid roll change, lower lifecycle costs. Delivery credibility. Qatar's fleet is operational. Egypt's sails FREMMs. PPA, EPC are on schedule. Industrial diplomacy. 18 shipyards, 4 continents, 150-plus countries. Italy's story isn't one canceled American class. It's about versatile, credible warships nations actually sail. From the Gulf to the Great Lakes, Fincantieri became one of the world's naval architects. The evidence is in the water. Fleets delivered, navies operational, and a global presence that no one can ignore. Qatar's fleet: 4 Doha-class corvettes, 2 Musherib-class OPVs, 1 Fulk LPD, delivered, sea trials completed, operational. Egypt's FREMMs, Tahia Misr and Galala, commissioned, serving. Indonesia: FREMM program signed, production underway. PPA/EPC, Italian Navy multi-role ships, modular design, European cooperation. U.S. market: Constellation class awarded, Marinette yard preserved, new vessel classes in the pipeline. Fincantieri's global presence: 18 shipyards, 4 continents, 150-plus countries, 22,500 employees, 8.1 billion euros revenue. The evidence is overwhelming. Italy's small shipyard is now the world's fleet builder. Fincantieri's journey is more than a business story. It's a lesson in credibility, adaptability, and the power of actually delivering. Italy was dismissed as a cruise ship country, but now builds the warships that sail for the world's most demanding navies. The transformation is complete. From the Gulf to the Great Lakes, from modular corvettes to U.S. Navy frigates, Fincantieri is the architect of fleets that matter. The world's navies don't just want the biggest or the flashiest. They want ships that work, on time, in the water, and ready for the next mission. If this transformation story changed how you see naval power, hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell. Your support helps me uncover more stories of how innovation, credibility, and delivery can overturn decades of doubt. Do you think Fincantieri proves that credibility and adaptability beat prestige and size? Or is this just the beginning of a new era in global shipbuilding? Give me your take in the comments, because this debate about who really builds for the world is just getting started. Remember, the next time someone says only superpowers build navies, they might be sailing on an Italian ship.